Hello, everybody.
Hello, happy Wednesday.
It's a freezing cold night in Cape Town, and I'm lucky enough to warm the kitchen with Toni today. One of her beautiful recipes. You saw the little overlay that we started there with. It looks like a proper winter warmer.
Yeah,
something that's going to try and get us firing from the inside, which was another term that came up last night. So we are with you guys in collaboration with Ciplaton tonight, and we've got Ayurvedic green Kitchari bowl. There's a mouthful, a tongue twister. We were practicing that beforehand.
I'd say everything.
But we got it out. And hopefully you joined us for the Jet Bed last night with Dr. Russen. And we were chatting through some Ayurvedic principles and ideas around it. We'll touch on a couple of those things and how we got a bit of inspiration for this dish, which looks an absolute cracker. Everything's in front of me and smells good. Lots of green, lots of colour.
Lots of veg.
Lots of veg. It's all a little bit of magic. But Toni, how are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Cold, busy, but good. Yeah.
Lovely. Hopefully you caught her Meal Prep Monday this week as well.
Also a good one for winter.
Yes.
Winter snacks.
Winter snacks. It's lovely. Favorite winter snack?
Ooh, that's so hard. Probably a Jeff pancake, I think.
Pancakes have been an absolute winner. I've seen a lot of them get posted up. They've been on the challenge menus as well. So folks are loving it. Having a little pancake.
Yeah, so quick and it feels like a treat. But
Quick and
it's
easy.
serving a purpose.
Exactly. So let us know who's all here. Swipe in, say how's it. Hopefully we've got a couple of Tony's Transformers in the house. Did you get everyone to rally?
They'll be watching.
Good. Linda's here. Says hello. Sounds interesting. Auntie Pat. Literally, I think I've been on I don't know how many streams in the last week. We were doing our courses. I'll tell you about those in a second. Challenges. Last night's Ed, yours on Monday, and Pat
was
there with everyone. I think we're going to have to get you to share some knowledge with everyone else. So you've taken it all and you've soaked it all up. It's always lovely to see your name pop up there. So hopefully you're having a good evening, Auntie Pat. Misha's here. Lisa.
She's very excited. She said she's had a Kitchari recipe bookmarked for ages and never tried it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is Kitchari?
It's just a traditional Indian dish that uses lentils and rice, or mung beans and rice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it combines. So one thing that's good about that, often you hear us talking about quality of proteins. And being on a plant-based diet or having a plant-based meal, sometimes you forfeit the quality of protein. So what you have to consider is combining different sources of protein. And this one actually does it in one dish. You don't have to do it in one meal, but throughout a day. So legumes that are short in one kind of amino acid are quite high in a grain. So that's why, like the lentils here and the rice play nicely together. You're going to actually get a complete source of protein, which is cool. It's magic. Green Kitchari bowl. And the other Ayurvedic couple of the principles we chatted about beforehand, what makes this kind of a good meal in those aspects?
So ideally it should be easy on the digestive system and easy to digest. So we're going to cook these lentils and rice till just before they go mushy, so it's just easier for the body. And then a lot of the spices have digestive properties and help your body secrete enzymes needed for digestion.
So ginger's off one of them too often. We've all kind of given that a crack. Upset tummy or not feeling so lacquer, and there's a little bit of ginger that goes into some tea, and it just helps things move a little bit better. Helps you digest some stuff. So there's a nice big whack of ginger here, which is right under my nose and smelling great.
Good. Yeah,
some freshly grated ginger.
So good.
And then a good mix of spices. Yeah.
Their whole principle is very much what Jeff believes in, is that preventing disease rather than treating it, kind of. So holistically approaching a healthy lifestyle with yoga and meditation and then exercise and lifestyle changes.
Exactly.
So we're doing all of that in this dish.
It's exactly what it's about, a bit of a holistic stuff. So You missed it, but that's a good recap of what our ed was last night. So all about sort of complementary medicine and integrative medicine and holistic approaches to things, and how exactly that we want to prevent things instead of cure things. So a nice kind of tie-in in terms of what we're doing. And obviously this week we've teamed up with the guys at Ciplaton, and we kind of took inspiration off the approach, the general kind of theme behind Ciplaton, which is a multivitamin with some ginseng. You can go catch up the ed from last night if you want to. We're going to screen it again on Friday as well, just for a little bit of background into ginseng. But again, something that has been used quite extensively, a little bit more in Eastern medicine, with some purported benefits. And multivitamin. So what we tried to do here was get in a big range of vitamins and minerals. It's super nutrient dense, looks great, loads of color, loads of different things. And it all kinds of ties together with the Ayurvedic approach, which kind of ties in with the ginseng component of Ciplaton. So that was a bit of fun to do that. It's been epic. Cool. Hopefully you guys have got all your prep done. There's actually not a lot to do. All I've done, again, sous chef for head chef here, who's going to run me through my paces tonight, was really just rinse the lentils and portion stuff out. That's literally all that's happened. So let me bring up.
So you can all cook along as we go.
Screen. She did.
Lisa had said she's got fresh turmeric.
Fresh turmeric.
And wondering how much she should use.
So I'd grate, I reckon, about a teaspoon of it. It's quite a nice rich flavor. Quite lucky to find it. You don't often get it, but it is a good option to go for. But about a teaspoon.
Yeah.
About the same size, I reckon. Yeah. Ames, do you want to bring up the close-up of our ingredients? I tried and blew it there for a second. And we'll run through it and give you a quick recap of everything that is on our board. Yeah. I'll try again.
Coming up now.
There we go. Get it a bit closer. Here we go.
How good does that look?
All right. Tones, do you want to run us through what's here?
Okay. So we've got the lentils and some rice. You can leave out the rice and use cauli rice. Keep it low carb. And then some fresh ginger. That one. And then all our spices: cumin, coriander, fennel seeds, fenugreek, and turmeric. And then we're going to grate in the broccoli and baby marrow. We're going to grate some cauliflower for cauli rice, and then at the last minute put in the baby spinach just to wilt it. Serve it with some plain yogurt and coriander, and then toasted cashew nuts.
Lovely.
So yeah, the hardest part will be waiting for it to cook. I think everything else will be very simple to do.
Pretty much. So we've got a pan. We'll get some heat going and start frying the spices. What's quite nice, get the spices in there. The kitchen should start smelling good straight away as well, which would be great. So we're going to bit of oil in the pan, the ginger and the spices, and those will just go for a little bit, and then we add everything else.
And you should always do that with spices. Fry them before you add any liquid, just to bring them to life.
They like a little bit of heat and they like a little bit of fat. So a little bit of oil that goes in there, get the spices in right in the beginning. So should we get started? It's past, on the nose.
Yes.
So let's see if any questions came in while we were there. Lisa said it was a very interesting talk last night. Beautiful. Coach Liz, COVID tea is amazing. So there's a little COVID tea recipe that's been floating around that does make use of a lot of these kinds of things.
Okay, ginger in there. Yeah. And Kat, hello, Rochelle. Just watching today. Oh, she's going to go ingredient shopping tomorrow. So you can catch it up and let us know what you think.
Some people are struggling to find some fenugreek, but most little spice shops have it. I popped into the little Montague dried fruit and spice kind of shop. There's some fenugreek in there, which is great. I was telling Tony the last time we really had it in the house was when Claire was breastfeeding, and the house smelled like curry because of it. So apparently helps with lactation. So we found some, and it smells good. Lovely little sort of curry base to it. And all those flavors that are going in there. So, should I get the pan on?
Yes. So just gonna heat some coconut oil, or if you want to be fancy and use ghee, you can. But yeah, just about a tablespoon, I think, coconut oil. And then we're gonna fry the spices and the ginger. So they're all aromatic and making the whole house smell good. We've got sardine, paisley. So you're all gonna start fire up your stoves and cook it. That side. What we've also got is some vegetable stock. So if your kettle hasn't boiled, get that on the go so that your stock's ready to add. Alex also couldn't get the ingredients, but just saying hello, and he's cooking up potjie.
Whoa, we got all night. Love it. How long has that been going for there, Alex?
And what's in it?
Yeah. That reminds me actually. We need to have a Jeff potjie day. We've been threatening, and I reckon Friday's not too far away, Heritage Day. Why not? A little Jeff potjie off across the country. Biggest potjie-thon ever.
Yeah.
And Alex, you can tell us what your secret recipe is there. It'll be loads of fun. Okay, ginger in.
Okay, and spices.
There we go. So there are all the lovely spices.
Cumin, coriander, fennel seeds, turmeric, and fenugreek. And I'm sure if you couldn't find ground, you could use seeds as well. Do a bit of both. Haley likes the idea of a potjie day.
Yes.
And Larissa says hello. Alex is doing a simple beef potjie, about an hour or so.
Just doing that?
A simple beef potjie.
Just for an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I think potjie day.
Is it getting some love there?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it.
Why not?
Yeah, and mustard seeds, perfect. You can use mustard seeds as a substitute if you couldn't find the fenugreek.
Whole fenugreek seeds, that'll work. You can also just grind them down if you want to.
Yeah, nature bullet works quite well for those things.
Cat in for a potjie. Might not be Jeff approved though. Lasagna potjie. Ooh. Maybe you should do that and just invite us around, Kat. I'd love to taste. Have you ever done lasagna and potjie?
I've done bread and butter pudding. That counts. I was using a potjie pot for something else.
A flat bottom though, not a...
No, it was around.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay.
What would go into your potjie, Jones?
Probably chicken, I reckon.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Cooks a bit quicker. Okay. So, lentils.
Spices are alive and smelling good. Lentils going in. You could have used split peas, but for the sake of time, please cook a little bit quicker. If you had more time, then split peas.
Like Tony said, you're gonna do rice. You're gonna chuck that in now with that as well, and it's just gonna flavor it. It's gonna pick up a lot of those herbs and spices. It's a rest day. You're injured at the moment, aren't you? Struggling. So Tony's training load is down a little bit. Greer's on a challenge, and her dinner requires a lower carb meal. So we're gonna keep rice out of this one, and we're gonna add some cauli rice. So you won't chuck it in now. We'll put it in just right at the end. Some lovely grated cauliflower. When we're grating everything and throwing it in, we're going to put that in at the end. So you can add the fuel if you want to. Put the rice in now. If you want to keep it low carb, grate the cauliflower and chuck it in the later. Okay. Right. So just going to give that a little bit, and then once it's stuck,
Yeah, this is almost similar to making risotto, because then you also start with oil and coating the rice, and then you add the stuff to start absorbing. And Elise, hello. Rita. How are you guys doing? Are you all keeping up?
Yeah,
Good.
it smells good. All those spices.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And such good food for this weather.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove the spinach.
Yeah, now anything on the recipe, if you're using rice and according to it, you've got your stock, which is 5 cups. So it's about sort of 3 to 1 of the grain and legume to stock. We're not adding rice, so we're just going to do, there's 1 cup in there, so we're going to add 3 cups of stock. So you can do that if you want to. If you're using rice, just bang the whole lot in. Yeah.
And then that's just going to cook away while you start prepping everything else and add more liquid as you need to. If it starts sticking, if it gets a little bit dry, then just keep topping it up with more stock.
Okay. Magic. Lid on the door.
I think let's leave it off.
I've got enough stock to keep it top.
Yeah.
Just let it simmer away. How's everybody doing? Nancy. How's it going? Cold and Durban.
Cold in Durban, we don't believe you. What is that, like 20?
Yeah. The thing about Durbs is it might get a little bit chilly at night, but you can always go find this ray of sun halfway through the day and it's going to be 35 degrees. We don't get that
But
here.
the humidity helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets cold, but it warms up. Here we just this one level of cold. Nancy, that's Janine, it looks delicious. Yes. Vanessa is smelling amazing, isn't it, Chas? Those spices are in the kitchen, smelling super. Opening up the old nose here, which is good.
And already warming us.
Really?
Yeah.
Lovely.
We've even eaten it.
How easy was that, guys? We're just going to let that bubble away, and then we can grate some
Start grating things.
veg.
Okay.
There we go.
So,
You're going to grate them all?
yeah. Could also put everything, or put the broccoli and the cauliflower into a food processor to speed things up.
But we want to burn some calories while we're cooking. So get those forearms going. I can hear Coach Kate's voice in my head. She's been drilling me for the last 3 weeks in the challenge.
Not here for a haircut.
No,
So
that's one of her
favorites.
favorites. Yes. Oh, you're going to say hello.
Hello.
Right, everybody can see us. Is Toni cooking up a storm?
Are you going to taste some?
You going to have some? No.
Dinner.
Oh,
Is
okay.
your tummy full?
Nancy, you love your Jeff apron. Beautiful. So everyone's going to start looking like this in the kitchen. We've both got our attire on here, and there are a few of them floating around the country, and hopefully a few more.
Well, with all these Jeff cooks every Wednesday, we've turned everybody into master chefs.
Haven't we just? I hate grating, says Nancy. End up grating.
Fingernails. Yeah. Gotta be careful.
Kubis says it's freezing in Bloem. Yes, that is one place that gets very cold. Hard fields of Bloem, I remember them. Not so fondly, but I remember them.
My aunt is in Middleburg and she said that her little bird bath freezes overnight.
Really?
But they've got a duiker in their garden and he's learned to bash it with his hoof to break the ice so that he can drink water from the bird bath. So crazy.
Clever duck.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that is grated.
So the beautiful thing about these split lentils is they just cook so nice and quickly. It'll literally be 15 minutes and it'll be done. If you're using the solid, sort of bigger green ones or brown ones, they're just going to take a little bit longer, which is fine. You can just wait a little bit. They're both pretty good. You back for more? You love saying hello. There you go. Say hello.
No.
There you go.
What did you have for supper?
You don't remember? Chicken and vegetables and raisins and pasta and tomato sauce
An apple?
and apple.
An apple?
Yeah. Everybody saw you helping Dad get everything ready. Yeah. And Harry. There's snow on the Swellendam Mountains, Kat.
Sure. It's be cold there too.
Hello, Mom.
Oh.
She tunes in every Wednesday to say hello to the grandkids. This meal isn't down their alley, so I doubt that they're doing this specific one. I'm pretty sure it maybe came up with a version of their alley. So, Mom, let us know how you've adapted this one. She has a healthy appetite. She does, Nancy. This time of day, the kids do not stop eating. They'll have 3 dinners, and in a little bit of hours, just because they can.
Good.
Catherine feeling the snow on the mountains of the Plain Pines. It's been proper chilly. So Poiki, Alex, I was just going to be super, but I reckon maybe this weekend we'll have to get the Poiki going. And you've inspired us. Just put a couple of recipes together.
Well,
Jeff Poiki book.
we must save it for. Well, a Poiki book would be a good idea for Heritage Day.
Yeah.
So let's time it for then.
Let's do that. And then you can pick one of the recipes or do your own one. And
Or we get
check-
everybody from the Poiki Day, we collect their recipes and put it in a Jeff Poiki book.
There we go. How about that? They are going to eat us out of our... And they're only still young, so when they're a little bit older, I'm going to hate to know what our food will like. Right, so just a lot of great thing going on here.
This broccoli is a dangerous one. I might grate my fingernails too. I'll be chopped first.
Actually, maybe even, Kath, we've been promising to come to Swellendam. Maybe we can come do a Poiki out there with you guys. So I'll be in Swellendam for Heritage Day doing the Poiki. We'll have someone in Cape Town, we'll have someone in Joburg, and someone in Durban, someone in PE. We'll scatter all over the place. What?
Great idea, excuse the pun.
I
What
missed
have we
that one.
missed?
That one went over my head. There we go. I thought that's what you'd be doing, Mom. So doing all the greens and spices, and was probably just swapping out the lentils for maybe some chicken or some meat or some beef or something.
Yeah, that would work.
Amy's going to come join us in Swellendam. Lovely. Alex for Durban, for sure. Cool, we've started something. We're going to do that. We've got a couple of weeks to sort it out. Check on your lentils, give them a bit of a stir.
See if they need more liquid. Oh, grating and great idea.
Got you.
Sorry, we were a couple of steps behind there.
When you have to explain it, it always... got to know your crowd. We're not on form tonight, Nancy. Cool. How are you going there?
Getting there. Slowly.
All of a sudden, Tony's got the hardest job here.
The bushy part grates easily and then
All the good fibrous stuff. So the end product is supposed to be like porridgey.
yeah.
So that's kind of, there's going to be we're going to add some texture from the toasted cashews. Reminds me, toasted cashews. But the actual end product is going to be sort of porridgey. Cooking it all down means that it's going to be a bit more easy to digest. So later at night, slightly easier meal. If you're someone who struggles with having something too heavy at night, animal protein maybe a bit heavy for you, something that's plant-based but still balanced like this is going to be super. it's going to be porridgey. I'm going to toast off some cashews quickly. We're going to add those at the end. It's also our source of fat in the meal. So there's no other fat apart from a little bit of the cooking oil. So remember, protein, fiber, fat. Without that, we'd actually be missing out. Okay, so that's it.
Yep, still have to do the cauliflower. I think the cauliflower will be a bit easier. I saw a meme the other day. It said, cauli rice is the glitter of the food world, because when you're trying to grate it, it just ends up everywhere, like glitter.
And people just add it to everything these days.
Yeah. Okay, getting there. And because this is all grated so nice and fine, we just have to pop it in there just to soften it, really. It'll cook in 4 minutes, which also saves you time in the kitchen. Okay. We are done with that. How are you all doing? Are your lentils simmering away?
Okay, how are we going? Pat says it's a real workout for Toni. She's injured at the moment, so we've got to try and get her heart rate up one way or another. How are you keeping fit? What are you doing?
I'm still doing workouts, but I just have to be a little bit careful.
What have you done? What's the...
It's a hip thing, but it's genetic. So there's not too much I can do about it right now. So just...
Except blame your parents.
Yep. Lots of rehab stuff to try and strengthen all the things that we neglect. But I was on such a roll with my running with Saki, and now I've had to park that, which is very frustrating.
And now the nutrition becomes a little bit more important.
Yeah.
Good time to focus on it when you need to.
Yeah.
Nancy says hip hop do yoga. Or do hip hop.
Hip hop.
Nancy, what amazes me, we can purchase everything grated now. Yeah, exactly. So the only thing, the grating just reduces the shelf life. So it's often why you don't find some of the things. It will go very brown and soggy and not so great. So that's just why you might not find it.
I wonder if you can get it in the freezer section. Maybe they've snap frozen it, and then it will last a bit longer.
There you go. And if you haven't,
or do it yourself.
Just do a big batch and just freeze off. There we go, guys. There we go. There's your take-home tip for today. Toni's take-home tip, love it.
Spend 3 hours grating cauliflower, and then put it in the freezer.
Oh. Toasting the cashews, just check on them.
Keep an eye on them.
Because ours are a little bit burnt.
Oh, Lisa says frozen cauli rice is awful.
Okay.
Why?
Don't do it.
What happens to it?
It's probably when it defrosts.
Yeah, it just goes mushy. This grate's much easier than the...
All right, everyone up to date. Check on if your lentils need any more stock to keep them going. See the splash of salt in there.
And this is, imagine how good this will taste the next day when it's had time to infuse and...
Be a good little breakfast. If it's porridgey, you can have all your veg for breakfast. Why not?
Yeah. Even a fried egg might go quite nicely.
Oh, fried egg on anything. Put an egg on it and it's breakfast. My motto. Cool. So we're going to do that. We're going to fold in all the veg and then we're going to be pretty much done. So not a lot to do. I'm just going to give it a taste.
I am making a lovely mess here with cauli glitter. Nice. Wonder why they don't put chili in there.
Maybe because it's an irritant or something to the tummy for the gut. Still a little bit of a bite on the lentils, so they'll only be another 3 or 4 minutes. And then they'll be perfect. There we go. And we're gonna. Was there an order to the veg? Remember.
The broccoli first for 4 minutes, and then I suppose we do broccoli and cauli together, and then the baby marrow basically just needs the warmth of it while we
fold in the spinach and you're done. A for away. Super, super, super.
So easy.
All right. Guys, hopefully if you're on a challenge and you are week 2, you're over halfway, well over halfway, and things are going well. Let us know if you're on a challenge and how it's going. Our one-on-one challenge sales have opened up as well, and looks an epic one, fiercely feminine one-on-one only challenge, which is super. Have you got some clients joining up?
I do.
Lovely. That's going to rock, as it always does. And then we've got our courses as well. I'm going to take the opportunity to plug mine, obviously. Next week, our first nutrition course starts, all about fueling your body and fueling your mind. So we've got 2 weeks of some epic little modules that I'm busy filming, putting together. Oh, look at that. Amy, on the ball. There are Jeff courses. So Liz is running an epic body kindness course. And if you didn't catch her and I today going through it, all about sort of just appreciation, setting goals, getting your daily habits right, learning to love the process as much as anything else, and set the right goals. All about things like boundaries and social media and body image. So much good stuff packed into that with Liz. And an epic human to lead it for you. And then mine, all about nutrition. So 14 days with us, you get a daily video from each of us. It's just 15 minutes long, little golden drop of golden nuggets of information. Get some coursework, some information, a little crew group to be part of and chat about things in a Facebook group that'll be led by either Liz or I, where we'll be interacting. And then a nice little live Q&A at the end of it to kind of get it all together.
Tested?
People were asking that. There are no tests. So you cannot fail it.
You get to do a course and learn some new information, and you don't even have to write an exam.
So much better. There's no pressure. You've just got to experience it. So go and jump on that. There's still a little bit of space left in both of us up until tomorrow. We're going to close it off tomorrow and then kickstart on Monday. So it's going to be loads of fun.
I think
the royal we are finished grating. You can see it's all done there. It looks superb. So I reckon we can pop it all in here. Put a little bit more water in. Just check that your lentils or whatever is not sticking to the bottom of the pan. It might be. Just give it a bit more liquid. Get everything off.
No, that's cooked so quickly.
Lovely. I'll show you what's going on here. You can see it there. Okay, so that's what we're looking like, nice and porridgey. Okay. And now we're going to get our veg in. So you want the broccoli. If you're using cauli rice, you want us to check that in as well?
Yep.
You're doing cauli rice instead of your normal rice, that can go. And then
And that will just need a couple of minutes.
Okay, what you might want to do is once that's all in there and it's folded through, is just taste it in stages, and might need a little bit more seasoning as you go. Just keep the salt on hand if it needs to, and you can kind of check it out. Maybe a little bit more liquid.
You need some.
Slash.
It's looking green. porridgey.
Already.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we've got coriander to serve with it, and some yogurt, and the cashews.
And
Shall we chop
our
up the
spinach.
cashews a little, make them a bit finer.
Yeah. Excuse my excessive
You have
tasting.
one job.
So do you want to see what my cashews look like? I'll find the color of my
Can't even
apron.
see them, they're blending to the apron.
But at least it's only burnt on one side. So once we've chopped them, you'll get half burnt and half not burnt. So
And they'll be just, this is caramelized.
caramelized, I like it.
I was joking with Coach Greg the other day because he sent me a photo of his dinner, which was salmon. And he completely annihilated that piece of salmon. It was black. But I was like, it's fine. This is fancy. They call it blackened salmon in a restaurant.
It's a thing.
Yeah, so now he calls it blackened salmon.
Yeah. All right. How is everybody going? Catherine Mish just saying, how's it in catching up there? Kathy joining me on Monday. Love it. Never stop learning, guys. So Amy's popped the session, the ed from today, or the course info. You can go click on that link if you want to go hear a little bit more about it. Pop into there. Hopefully your kitchen's smelling good. Ours is. I'm going to toss in the zucchini, the baby marrow, in a second. If you're using rice or sort of green or brown lentils, it might just need a little bit longer, maybe another 10 minutes once you can before you add that in. But our stuff is all almost ready.
He was using mung beans, taking longer to cook.
Okay.
Yeah, they will take.
So just add the veg in when whatever bean or lentil you cooking is
When it's
soft.
almost done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zucchini in and spinach in.
Okay. It's very green. We're getting all of our B vitamins, all of our fiber, all of our iron. Everything's going here. Okay.
Looks so good.
It's pretty good. Okay. Right.
So tasty.
Good. Now that you've mentioned chili, maybe at the end, a little bit of fresh.
Yeah,
It might not be Ayurvedic, but it's
it's wintry and
wintry,
it's
it's a
warming.
little bit of spice, maybe
Yeah.
some chili oil. Get away with that. Okay.
And then just wilt the spinach, which is we just need the heat of the rest of the mixture.
Okay.
And then we're done.
I'm going to take the heat off. It's going to look pretty and pink. Okay. Let me chop this. Hope you don't mind your stalks of
No. That was almost my heart to beat.
Just trim my nails there for a second.
Impressive knife skills. Oh, you actually did get it.
Okay. Happy, should we go?
Yeah.
It's dish. Okay, so it's 4, so about a quarter of whatever you're left with.
Okay. And a dollop of yogurt. Where am I finding another spoon? And thank you.
Okay, now this is Tony's forte, making stuff look pretty on a plate.
Pressure.
Lovely.
I like the burntness. I'm just gonna add nice toastiness. Okay.
Yeah. How's that? Looks pretty good. I love the little burst of color. The yogurt in there looks amazing. Smells pretty good. A little steaminess. Nice and easy on the tummy for tonight. Leaves a little bit of extra protein in your dinner.
That was
from my finger or from the
accident. Yeah.
Got confused between your two recipes.
I think the mung beans.
Cool. Well, they'll work anyway because there are other recipes of this kind of nature that use mung beans instead. So that was superb. You want to give us a quick recap? What all went in?
Okay, so we had the lentils and then rice if you want to, or leave it out. And then we fried some ginger with all the spices, cumin, coriander, fennel seeds, turmeric, and fenugreek. And then the lentils and the rice go into that spice mixture, and then the stock. And then when they've cooked, the broccoli and cauliflower. So we're using cauli rice instead of rice. And then at the last minute, the baby marrow and the spinach, topped with yogurt, coriander, and cashews.
Looks amazing. I'm sure it's going to taste delicious as well. Full of flavor, full of good nutrition, and hopefully a nice, easy way to finish your Wednesday evening. Toni, thank you very much for the delicious recipe and getting this all together for us.
Yeah.
Super, guys. Stick yours up as well. Tag us. We love seeing what your creations look like. Dying to hear about the mung beans as well. Lisa, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what variations you tried. What kind of lentils.
And if you did rice or you did cauli rice or whatever you did, going to look forward to seeing those up on Jeff Nourish. So go stick them up there. Guys, that's it's been fun. It's been cool. Thank you, Tones. We'll be in the kitchen obviously next Wednesday again, and Monday Meal Prep Mondays, and Friday Food for Thought. That's our weekly routine. You'll see us. Guys, go sign up for a challenge, for a course if you haven't yet, either Liz or mine. Go check them out. Let's add to your skills and your knowledge. Go check it out. And if you're on one-on-one, make sure you're joining our one-on-one challenge as well. All right. Candice, it does look and smell delicious. We're going to pop off and enjoy it now. There we go. Ames jumped on our one-on-one challenge info as well with Jules, an amazing little, fiercely feminine. Which is going to be great. Amazing prizes. You get a medal as well. Weekly themes, special workouts, and extra support from all of the crew that she ropes in. It's wonderful. Guys, have a good Wednesday evening. Stay warm. Stay safe. Thanks. Should we dig in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Guys, have a good one. Until next time.
Bye.